You can have all the strategy in the world, but if your mindset isn't aligned, you're going to keep rebuilding the same struggles with a different name. You see, money without mindset leads to burnout, and mindset without money leads to wishful thinking, and freedom comes when both work together. And today I'm going to show you how to create a money and mindset plan that doesn't just make you more money, it makes you free. It sets you up for financial freedom. Because at the end of the day, financial freedom isn't just about the numbers, it's about who you become in the process. I'm Yvonne Bramble, a business and finance coach. I help entrepreneurs and small business owners scale to 6 figures with clear strategies, simple systems, and a powerful money mindset so that they can build profitable businesses that support their lifestyle and purpose. My clients go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to leading their business with clarity and confidence. And I want that for you too. Let me tell you a little story. You know, when I first started as an entrepreneur, I worked harder than ever, but I didn't feel successful. I was chasing money, chasing clients, chasing that piece that always seemed to elude me. It always seemed to be just one step ahead. But then one day I realized the truth about my bank account, that my bank account was a reflection of my beliefs, not my ability. You see, I could change my strategy 100 times, but until I changed me, the real me inside, in my heart, then nothing was going to be changing for the long term. Everything was just going to be surface. And that's when I started combining mindset work with money work. And when I say mindset work, I mean that inner work, right? It's an inside job that needs to shift. And that changed everything for me. I stopped operating from survival and I started building from power. You see? And that's why in this training, I'm going to share with you 4 business coaching tips on how to create a money and mindset plan that's going to set you free. So that way you can work with more ease, more grace, more flow, and really be in your creative element. And when you work, you're working with passion. And even if you work the same amount of hours, it's almost like you haven't worked at all, because now you're in the zone. Okay? And that's where we want to be. We want to give from our overflow, not give all we've got. Okay? So, you know, you fill your cup and you give of your overflow. Whatever's in that cup belongs to you. Right? So we want to make sure that we are thriving, not surviving. So that leads me to business coaching tip number 1. Let's dive right in. It's create a vision that directs every decision. See, if you don't have a clear vision, you're going to spend your energy reacting to problems instead of creating real progress. So what you want to do is you want to write your freedom vision statement and describe in detail the life and business you're building, how much you earn, how you spend your time, and how your business supports your purpose. Okay? Write the vision and make it plain. How does your business support that purpose? How does it align with it? Then what you're going to do is you're going to reverse engineer your financial goals around that vision. So for example, if your freedom vision includes working 4 days a week, structure your offers and your income to support that. And this is going to make sure that your business aligns with your values, not the other way around. You see, one of my clients realized her vision wasn't about more clients. At first, she did think, well, what's your goal? Well, I just want more clients. Okay, but we dove a little deeper. Okay, and it was more than just getting more clients. It was about time freedom. Once she built her financial plan around her ideal schedule, she doubled her income and cut her work week by a day. She was able to get clarity, and through that clarity, she was able to reach and get results. And she said, I finally feel like I'm living, not just working. Okay, and that's how we should all feel once we get crystal clear. And that leads me to business coaching tip number 2, which is rewire limiting beliefs about money. You see, you can't build a wealthy life from a scarcity mindset. Your beliefs set the boundaries of your bank account. So start with awareness. Write down the money stories you grew up with. Things like money is hard to make, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy. You see, many of us grew up with these stories, and then we wonder why we're not where we want to be. It's because we're hitting the barrier of these belief systems, and they're operating subconsciously in the background, right? So what we want to do is replace these with empowering truths. I attract opportunities easily. I'm paid for my value, not my time. I trust money to flow back to me. You see, repetition is how you learn these old limiting beliefs, right? Well, repetition is what's going to rewire the brain, okay? And no one's going to be able to do your push-ups for you, right? This is going to take some push-ups. It's going to take some time through repetition. It's going to take an investment in yourself. How bad do you want this? Shift, okay? So you've got to make the time. When you change the internal narrative, then your external results begin to match it. Okay? This is so powerful because you're operating from a program. And a lot of times you didn't even create that program. It was other people, right? So now as an adult, it's time to rewire. If you see if your external life is not exactly where you want to be, so get in there, right, and do the inner work so that your external results begin to line up with what you want for yourself. You see, one client, she struggled to raise her prices because she felt guilty charging more. But after working together through her belief that helping people means keeping prices low, she doubled her rates, and clients still said yes. They still said yes. It was just a limiting belief that she had. She tells me that the money followed the mindset, and that's the key. The money is going to follow your mindset. Okay? So business coaching tip number 3 is just moving along. Systemize freedom. You want to systemize freedom. Freedom doesn't come from spontaneity. It comes from structure. You can't flow until you've built the foundation to flow. You can't flow until you feel safe. Right? And that's where the foundation comes in. You see? So implement a simple rhythm to stay in alignment. For example, have a weekly money date with yourself. Review income, review spending, review your wins. Right? You can't manage what you don't track. You've got to get on top of this and track it. So create a monthly profit check. Celebrate your growth and refine your goals there. If you need support with this, go ahead and book a private one-on-one coaching call with me. I still have some slots available. Okay, my time is limited, certainly. So go ahead and book a private one-on-one coaching call that's available for you now. Click the link in the description box below and I can help you through this. For example, you can establish a quarterly vision reset. Right? So set things up for success. A weekly review, a monthly profit check-in, right? A quarterly vision reset. Quarterly is really nice because just like that book, 12-Week Year, and even organizations set their goals through quarters, right? Their sales goals are quarterly. So you too, hey, you're running a business, right? So set quarterly a vision for yourself, a vision reset. Make sure your money goals still match your life goals, okay? This is an opportunity to reflect, right? And restructure. So this structure is going to keep you accountable and it's going to keep you consistent because freedom isn't about doing less. It's about doing what matters the most and having clear priorities. One client, she implemented these routines and said, it's like it gave my business a heartbeat. Everything feels organized, intentional, and peaceful now, right? And that's what I'm about. I'm about rhythm, having the systems in place. And as long as you have that structure, right, that masculine structure, that container for this, then you can flow, right? You can flow in your feminine. You can ease, grace, and flow. Throughout the week, you know you've got that money date during the week, right? You know you've got your monthly set point to kind of reset everything, and you've got your quarterly. You got your weekly, your monthly, your quarterly, and then you ebb and flow in between, right? And you work, you get creative ideas, and all of that is going to flow in right through your funnels, through your organized structure. And it's going to make a big difference for you if you are able to step up and have that rhythm. Now, business coaching tip number 4 is design a freedom plan that combines both. Okay, your freedom plan is where mindset meets money, and it's really a roadmap that connects how you think, how you earn, and how you live. You want to write out your personal freedom plan with these sections. First, vision. What does freedom look like for you? Okay, it can mean different things to depending on who you talk to. What does freedom look like for you? Does it look like going on a couple vacations a year, internationally, going to Europe, going on a cruise, visit new sites? Does it look like curling up to your favorite book? Does it look like going to the beach? Does it look like buying a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini? Right? Does it look like getting married and starting a family? Does it look like putting your kids through college? Does it look like retiring your parents, buying their home? You see? So what does freedom look like for you? Because it's going to change depending on the person. Get clear. Write the vision and make it plain. That's scriptural. The second is money system. How you'll manage and grow your income. How? Okay? First is the what, now is the how. And then third is mindset. This is going to anchor your affirmations. And the third is mindset. The third is mindset anchors. Now, these mindset anchors are the affirmations and the daily practices that keep you grounded. Remember I mentioned before on the old beliefs, how we want to rewire our minds with new beliefs, and that is through repetition? Well, that's called an affirmation, okay? And that is what I'm talking about here. It's a mindset anchor. These affirmations and daily practices are going to keep you grounded. And I say this because I do this too. You've got to make the time. It doesn't take a lot, maybe 5 minutes every morning, right? Wealth actions is number 4. What steps you're going to take each month to move closer to independence. Okay? So when your thoughts, your systems, and your goals align, look, success becomes inevitable. It's just a matter of time, right? You see, a client, she created her financial freedom plan, and that included journaling, affirmations, and certain profit goals. And 3 months later, she sent me a message that said, I've never felt calm. I've never felt this calm and confident about money in my life. That's amazing. To feel calm and confident about money, and most people don't feel that way. Most people in this economy, they're in chaos. They're not anchored like you are, right? With these principles, if you choose to take action and implement them, right? So that's what alignment does. Now, let's take these coaching tips. Right? You've heard a lot about these coaching tips and my client examples, but let's put them into practice in your life. You see, knowledge only becomes power when you take action. So that's great that you're listening to this video, but now I'm going to challenge you to take the next step and now take action. Take 30 minutes today to create your own money and mindset freedom plan. Define your vision, right? Define your vision, set your structure, and choose one daily mindset practice to anchor it in. Because, freedom doesn't happen someday. There's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, there's no someday, right? It doesn't happen someday. It happens the moment you decide, the moment you start designing it intentionally, okay? And if today's strategy resonated with you and you do want to go deeper, with live group coaching and a community of like-minded entrepreneurs and small business owners on the same journey as you. Click the link in the description box below to join my 6-figure business society and start scaling smarter. You don't have to try to figure this out by yourself to build a business alone. If you're serious about scaling your business to 6 figures, join me inside 6-figure business society and connect with a community of other ambitious entrepreneurs scaling to 6-figure success with clarity and confidence. You now have every tool you need, the mindset, the systems, and the strategy to create financial freedom and build lasting wealth. But remember, information doesn't change your life. It's implementation. Okay? Inside my signature program, it's an online self-paced comprehensive program, Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy. I will step through and I will show you how to build that wealth blueprint with systems, strategy, and mindset work. We do a lot of mindset work. I even have guided meditations in there for you. And I don't do guided meditations as much now in these videos. I probably should. I'm going to think about how I'm going to structure that. But in that program, I have all the things. Okay, and that's going to help you create freedom now and legacy later. So I will see you inside there if you're going to invest in yourself and if you're serious. Now, if you're ready to take the next step and put this plan into action, the plan that we just talked about and others, join me inside my Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy, because your legacy begins now, not tomorrow, today. The link again is in the description box below. Enroll in my signature program and I'm going to see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Now, if you got any value from this training, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who will benefit from this business coaching. It just takes a second, but it adds so much value to me to grow the channel and also for other like-minded individuals to have access to this free training as well. It can really make a difference in the life of someone else if you because that way the YouTube algorithm will pick it up. And I will see you, my friend, in the next video. Oceans of love. Till next time.